What's up, motherfuckers? This is AskLizard, and welcome to AskLizard, a series where I go on AskReddit, find some retarded questions, and talk about it, and answer them the best I can. And yeah, this is episode 7. Let's get right into it. Reddit. What's the closest you've ever come to dying? My closest, I think this has happened for a lot of people, but I almost got ran over by a bus. And it's not like one of those stories where the guy's like, yeah, I almost get ran over. It stopped like a feet away from me. Like the guy, right? If I was right in front of it, and at the last second I hear a fucking honk, the guy, the bus driver honking at me, I'll take a step back, and the bus passes about like 5 inches from my face, basically. I would so yeah, I almost died, and in reflect of that gave me I got a lesson out of that. You can die at any second. Like you never know. Like I could like leave my house, walk a few streets, and then just get run over by a bus for no reason apparently. So yeah, that teaches me a lesson that you gotta live life at its fullest, otherwise, because you might die any minute. I might have a stroke right now while I record this. Reddit, what accent do you have? I think my accent is like you guys, when I talk you can hear what accent I have. It's not a common one though, because there's not a lot of people that have this accent. I have the French Quebecer accent, but since I tend to speak to a lot of American, I think that I've successfully Americanized my accent to probably I Americanize my accent as much as I can, right? If I think if I were like talking to a guy face to face in America, I think he might not even realize that that I'm not from America, because I don't know, like to me I don't hear my accent when I talk. I feel like I talk like every other American, or like more like East Coast people, I think. But sometimes my friends on the internet are meaning to tell me I don't, which makes me sad. Anyway, why do some teachers push quiet kids to talk so much? I believe there's 2 reasons. First of all, like for teachers, it must be cool. It must be annoying to have always like the same fucker like Timmy answer every fucking questions. Like they must get tired of this cunt Timmy just being like, oh, I know. Yes, we know, Timmy. Shut the fuck up. And the other reason is because even like quiet kids need to learn how to speak up need to learn how to speak up, because in life, right, you need to be a part of society, you need to be able to talk, you need to be able to communicate in front of other people. It's a major part of life, and that's something you need to learn in school. And I'm glad, like I was a quiet kid in school, and I'm glad that my teachers kind of pushed me to talk more often, and that I learned the skill to be able to talk in front of people, and to try to be funny in front of people, and you know, just being able to talk in front of people. That's the same reason that they do oral representation, because like having an oral representation in front of your classroom is not as different as telling a story in front of 15 people in the bar, right? It's not completely different, and it's a great life skill to have. So I'm glad they do it, actually. I wish even that some teacher would have done it more, but you know what? That's beside the point. Reddit, what is your desktop background? I have 2 desktop background right now. I'll probably put them on the screen right now. Boom! The first one is all the Pokemon from the Twitch Plays Pokemon first run ever, and the other one is on Praise the Alex background. I don't know, I wasn't even a big fan of Twitch Plays Pokemon. I thought it was retarded and it broke the chat. But I kinda like Pokemon, so I just went with it. I don't know. Reddit, what's the most dickhead act you've ever seen a teacher do? I don't know, it's not that bad, like, I don't know, there was this teacher who was, oh, I guess, like, I had a teacher in, when I was a sophomore in high school, that, his sole job was to brainwash my fellow classmates with liberal ideas. Didn't work on me because no, I read a book every once in a while, but a lot of these people, you know, they just want to have good grades, and they just want to agree with the teacher because it's easier, and having an opinion of for themselves. So a lot of my peers of my age are really liberal, because like a lot of fucking teacher end up, because like when you study history and geography, it's a more liberal sector. A lot of more liberal people go there. So when you study that, you tend to be more liberal, and they just don't hide their political convictions very well, I guess. Or maybe they just I doubt that I doubt that they go into high school and because I thought they go to university and they're like, oh, I want to become a high school teacher to brainwash those kids into becoming a dirty liberal. But I bet it must have happened. Like, I remember that guy's name was Normand, and he was a fucking cunt, and he brainwashed most people, and he was like, conservatives are dicks, and he just, I don't know, he was just like brainwashing them into becoming liberals and hating every right-wing aspect of everything. So yeah, that's really the dickest thing I ever see a professor do. If 9/11 never happened, how would America be different today? I don't think it would have been as different. I think, to be honest, America would still have invaded Middle East like they did. Just because it's let's face it, it's a fucking it's a big source of oil and gas. So I think they would just have found another reason to go in there. I'm not saying though that the 9/11 was a conspiracy, because it's clearly not. Let's not be ridiculous. I'm just saying that maybe Bush exaggerated the effect of the Middle Eastern people into that, so that he can invade those countries. Guys of Reddit, do you wear a shirt at home? Hell yeah, I do. Fucking, there's a reason. I'm chubbier than I'd like to be right now, so I don't like to get my bare body, and just it's kind of disgusting. Like, fucking wear a t-shirt, man. I have a friend who, like, every time that I go to his place, he's never wearing a fucking t-shirt, and he's not fit. He's fat, and he never wears a fucking t-shirt, and it's annoying. And I don't tell him, because it's fucking house. He pays to live there, so I'm not like, hey, put a shirt in the house that you pay to live in. So yeah, I don't say anything, but it's fucking annoying. Put a fucking t-shirt on, people. What is the female equivalent of having an embarrassing boner? Obviously I can't answer that, and the reason I picked that question is to talk about embarrassing boners. Boners to me aren't embarrassing, okay? It's a normal thing. It happens to literally every guy ever. Like, there's no... If I see a guy with a random boner in the street, I'm like, well, you know, maybe he took the bus and his ball sack was, I don't know, like... Just, to me, it's not embarrassing. Like, if I see a guy with a random boner, I'm like, yeah, been there, done that, and I don't, you know, like, I really hope that people don't judge each other based on that. I find the concept of embarrassing boner completely retarded, and to be honest, I wish my dick wouldn't get up every time I got some kind of stimulation down there. But that's how I'm wired. That's how literally everybody is wired. Well, every man at least. Yeah, I just find it ridiculous. What would you do if Reddit ceased to exist? I'd probably be like a fucking graduate by now. I'd probably be a doctor or something, like curing cancer and shit like that. But no, not really. I'd have a lot more free time. I'd probably just waste it on Facebook instead of actually seeing some interesting things on Reddit. What is an uncommon skill you're happy that you learned? Cooking. The answer to that is cooking. A lot of my peers of my age don't know how to cook, and it's such a shame, because cooking, like, first of all, I really enjoy food, which might explain why I'm a bit chubby, and I don't know, just a great skill to have. It's a skill that makes you save money when you're good at it. It's a skill that gets you ladies like food too, and yeah, just really fun too, I think. Yeah. I don't know why I'm trying to convince you guys. Like, to me, it's just a fucking given. Like, cooking is literally one of the best skills you can pick off as a young man, because everybody likes someone who can cook very well. It'll be easier when I go out to find roommates, because I'll be like, hey guys, I know how to cook. And yeah. So the last question is, Reddit, why do people get married? And I really want to know your opinion about that, guys. My opinion is that, first of all, great party. Weddings are great. Like fucking open bar, people getting drunk, bridesmaid being desperate for attention. It's great. It's literally textbook of a good party, most of the time. And second reason is legal issues, like if your significant other gets into the hospital, you want to be able to share insurance with them and shit like that. You want to be able to visit them. You want to be able to own stuff together. And I don't know if you actually need a marriage license for that, but yeah, I think that's why people get married, mostly legal reason. I don't think religion is one of the reasons nowadays. And yeah, if you have questions you'd like me to answer, leave it in the comments, and I'll be sure to check it out and answer it if it's not retarded. And yeah, check out my links down below. Video on the left is I don't know what it's gonna be, just probably the last AskLizard, to be honest. And the video on the right is a random video. Please be sure to subscribe if you enjoy, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.